Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Claude Hutto. I was assigned the Piezo1 protein, so here's my little 3D model here with the assigned mutation of arginine 2456 being replaced by histidine. So the location of the Piezo1 protein is on the plasma membrane of the cell. The mutated Piezo1 protein results in a disease, and excuse me, I could be pronouncing this wrong, as xerocytosis, which is a red blood cell membrane abnormality. So what is the overall 3D shape of our protein? So the overall shape of the 3D protein would best be described as a three-blade trimeric like propeller-like structure with a central pore being here. And this model represents the quaternary structure. And yeah. Piezo1 can be best identified as a mechanosensitive ion channel, which allows positively charged ions like calcium to enter in. And the protein is embedded in the plasma membrane, and it responds to stimuli responds to mechanical stimuli in order to undergo the conformation change. As I mentioned earlier, the assigned mutation that corresponds with Piezo1 protein is arginine, or the amino acid arginine 2456 being replaced by histidine, is considered much larger in size than the original arginine. So in this current representation of the 3D model that I have here, this is the arginine 2456 as the normal wild type, and if it's replaced when mutated, replaced with the histidine, this is the histidine in question. It shows a much larger size. So the result of the dehydration of the red blood cells can lead to a disease that people that have this mutated protein, as I mentioned earlier, will develop the disease xerocytosis, excuse me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, which can cause hemolytic anemia with symptoms such as jaundice, so a yellow discoloration of the skin and eyes due to excessive bilirubin production, pallor, and splenomegalia. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. It's essentially just in a large spleen due to an infection. The limitation that occurred for this project for me was the fact that the clay was not dried enough yet for this, so it was still very bendy and malleable and flexible and not as solid in structure. And I think this also didn't represent the quaternary structure in the best way because it didn't show all the intricate folds of the protein, and also because this protein is embedded in the plasma membrane, it doesn't exactly look like it would be in one because it's clay and also just represented in this kind of form. And I think it can almost be a little confusing when you view it like this, just because it makes much more sense when it's embedded in the actual plasma membrane.